Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Mack Flash Trivia. My name is Francois, and I apparently forgot what to say on my own show. Well, it's a good thing that it's just me here. Oh yeah, and all of you watching. Welcome to Seriously Trivia Live. I'm talking with my hands a lot. It's gonna be a very self-aware night, apparently. I'm just gonna overdo it all the time and make sure that I keep you guys interested. There you have it. Welcome to Seriously Trivia. My name is Francois, and I'll be your host for the next little bit. That's right, we're going to be playing 2 rounds tonight of trivia for a good, let's call it, hour and a half or so, depending on how much, my hands decide to do the talking. The way it's going to work tonight is like this. Well, I mean, it's going to be like more like this. I want you guys to have a whiteboard or notepad in order to jot down your answers. Feel free to have a second whiteboard to track your scores if you're playing, for example, against multiple people in the same room and you want to compete against them and as a team. We are going to be playing 2 rounds tonight, as I said, each of them with 10 categories of 3 questions, and it's going to be a mix of puzzles and trivia. When you call out the categories in the chat, I will write them down on my sheet of paper and we'll play them in that order. We don't have to play them from 1 through 10. We will be playing them all, and as you pick them, inside them will be 3 questions. You'll play them all one after the other. You'll have 20 seconds per question to discreetly answer put your answers on your boards or notepads. After that, immediately after that, it's answer time. That's right, I will be revealing the answers immediately after the questions, so you can mark yourselves and let us know what you got in the chat out of 3 points. After that, tally your score because we want to know what you got at the end of the round and at the end of the game as well. No prizes will be given, but you will retain bragging rights until whenever we meet again. Share your score in the chat for those reasons, and let's have some fun. I think everybody's ready to go. We got a bunch of people over here, some San Francisco crew in the house. Look at that. We got people from all over the place. We saw, I also saw some people from the east coast of Canada. So welcome, one and all. Here we go for your categories on this Seriously Trivia on YouTube, and I'll try to do some shout outs to some teams while you are picking these categories and letting me know in the chat which ones you want first. Number 1, Life on the Chain Gang is here. Number 2, it's the Hoi Polloi. Pretty proud of that one. Number 3, Same But Diff. Number 4, combo number 1, please. Number 5, Initial Reaction. We got Mondegreens coming in at number 6. Number 7, Quiz On. Number 8, Songs in the Key Of. First Name Basis comes in at number 9. And we've got, there you go, in number 10. I'm taking a look over here, and it looks like it's the Lloyd's First by Piper in the Skies. Took a chance, and so did AB with the Songs in the Key Of. You know they're gonna be there. You might as well just go ahead, right? Why not? We got Songs in the Key, then it's back to the Lloyds, and then back to the Lloyds, and then First Name. I like that. There we go. Hey, shout out to Mom's team, and that would be my mom. My mom's playing. Hi, Mom. That's fun. Let's take a look at your first category coming up. It is the Hoi Polloi. It's really good. Yeah, look up what Hoi Polloi is. But Hoi Polloi is your Ditloid category of the night. The Ditloids are puzzles that are abbreviations or acronyms of common expressions, sayings, or statements of fact. I will give you a category in a Ditloid, and all you have to do is solve it. For example, here, the category is literature. The Ditloid is 3 equals LP. That would be 3 little pigs. There you have it. We're gonna have to do that 3 times, once in each box. So let's take a look at your first Ditloid. History, 6 equals W of H the E. Number 2, the category is measurement. 4 equals S. In brackets, S, S, F/A, W. Let's do some quick shout outs to some teams. It's a little tougher here, but I want to make sure I get to everybody. Welcome to the Naughty Hookers. Welcome to Where the Team Has No Name. Welcome to the Cheating Cheaters, ready to cheat. And welcome to Glogglies and the Ill-Tempered Cats that scratched Adam, leading to 2 months of cat scratch fever, lucid dreams, and the realization that he was nothing, no one, and less than. Wow, it's deep. Let's get back to some Ditloids. Sports. 48 equals M of P in B. Welcome to the Santons. Welcome to la Société de la Sneaky Sneak. Welcome to the Christ Punchers. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the game. Hooray, Friday trivia. Indeed. Indeedly doodly doo. That's right. Absolutely love Friday trivia. Possibly my favorite time of the week. Yeah, I think so. I think I'd put it there. I hope I'm not forgetting something. Ugh. Let's take a look at your answers for these Ditloids right now. Starting with number 1, we had history, the 6 wives of Henry VIII. That's what I was looking for in that Ditloid. Number 2, it was a measurement. 4 equals seasons, spring, summer, fall, autumn, and winter, depending on what you call it. Could have called it the harvest as well, I guess, but there was no H there. And number 3, 48 equals minutes of play in basketball. That was your sports category. Give yourself a point for each of those and share with us in the chat what you got out of 3 as we go back to the front and check out songs in the key. Hello to One Man, One Chance. Hello to Z. Hello to LB. LB is here as well. The East Coast Familia is here. COVID Conman. We got Hackers. Hot Mess Express. The San Francisco Potato Skins are here. Welcome, welcome. And we got a bunch here. We got yeah, there's one that's a Ditloid and I can't even solve it. There's a name that's I'm gonna have to solve your team name. Aren't I? Well, okay, give me a second. Let's move on to the next category, which is songs in the key of. And we've already done these Ditloids, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. Get out of here, Ditloids. Thank you. Let's do songs in the key of. That one goes out to AB, who chooses it all the time. Wisely indeed. Songs in the key of water. These are all questions about songs containing water somehow in the title. Maybe not the word water, but some sort of water. In their famous Unplugged performance, Nirvana covered this Meat Puppets song. Number 2. According to the 1969 song, where were CCR born? And finally, a few more teams that I missed. Scrolling down here, I still haven't figured out your Ditloid yet. We've got the Christ Punchers, the Mixed Nuts, Mom's team. The Christ Punchers are still here, and there you have it. That's pretty much everybody. Let's move on. Songs in the key of water. Number 3. Where has Billy Joel been going in the middle of the night when he's walking in his sleep? And those are your songs in the key of water. All you have to do is find out the title of the song or answer the question, mostly is what I was looking for. Let's take a look at those answers about songs in the key of water. The Nirvana Unplugged song, they actually covered 2 Meat Puppets songs, if I'm not mistaken, but only one contained water. It was Lake of Fire. There you have it. In number 2, we're talking about Born on the Bayou by CCR. And in number 3, it was The River of Dreams. In the middle of the night, I'll be walking in my sleep. So on and so forth. Give yourself a point for each of those. 1, 2, 3. Bingo, bango. So far, I've got some scores coming in right now, and I think everyone's having a hard time warming up here. I gotta say, I think my problem is still drinking this coffee, and I'm pretty sure I should be on to beer by now. So that's enough of that. There we go. That'll make more sense. No, Dave, none of these literally contain water, which is what I said when the category began. I said they don't necessarily contain the word water, but they contain some sort of water somewhere. A lake is water. A bayou is water. Yeah. It's a beautiful sound. It's a beautiful sound. All right, let's keep moving with our next category right now. First name basis. This is First Name Basis Television Edition. Name the television show given only the first names of the characters. So I'm going to do that 3 times. I'll give you the first names of some of the characters from a television show. You tell me what television show that is. Jake, Rosa, and Charles. I needed the names of the actual names of the songs for that last one, Potato Skins. Sorry about that. At least you can rest assured that at least you had the right body of water. You had the right idea. Now it's between you and God. First Name Basis Television Edition, Jimmy, Mike, Kim, and Howard. What television show am I referring to? And finally, number 3, First Name Basis Television Edition. From what television show are Jay, Claire, Mitchell, and Lily? Taking a look in the chat. I absolutely love reading the chat while you guys are doing this. Tom says that the neighbors are really enjoying the game. I hope it's because you invited them over, or that maybe you blasted the volume really loud and now they have no choice. Let's take a look at the answers for First Name Basis. 3 television shows should be on your card. Let's see what I wrote down. First one, they're all from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, everyone's favorite sitcom at the moment. Number 2, from a much different show, still with some humor to it, but way darker. It is Better Call Saul. And at number 3, it is Modern Family. They're pretty much all of the Pritchett's. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Better Call Saul, Modern Family, point for each. Let us know what you got. All very different shows and all funny or interesting in their own right. That's what I'd have to say about those 3 TV shows right there. Got some decent scores, but some varied scores. Everything from 0 to 3 in here. So it's kind of interesting what you pay attention to. I've gotten to a point as well where sometimes I realize I don't even know the names of characters in movies or shows. I always just I've gotten to that point where, you know, I say, you know, the Brad Pitt character there, he says to the Morgan Freeman character, and yeah, it's starting to happen already. So who knows where this trivia thing will go. It's probably gonna, if it keeps going that way, it's not gonna be very good in the end. We've got initial reaction coming up next, and then the world is your oyster. Take a look at all these categories right now on the screen, and try to jot some down in the chat so I know what you want to do next. But we've got a high scoring game coming up right now of initial reaction. What I'm going to do is, in each box I'll give you a trio of descriptions that describe 3 people who share a set of initials. Now, I'm not going to tell you what their initials are, because one of the hints should be obvious enough to you to let you know who that one person is. Then you can take their initials and figure out who the other 2 are. We're going to do that in each box with 3 different sets of initials and 3 different sets of people. So let's take a look at your first one. And don't forget, you are naming all of the people in these boxes, so 9 possible points. Don't just write down the initials. Somebody always does. American Dad creator, Wild and Crazy Guy, and Twilight creator. All of them share a set of initials. Name all 3 of these people. Number 2, these 3 people share a set of initials, although different than the people in the first box. This person drinks and knows things. The other one is a celebrity chef who loves butter. The last one is a Saturday Night Live member and Ariana Grande ex. And finally, coming in at number 3, Daryl Dixon, Flotus 81 to 89, Paris's then BFF. And that's how you play initial reaction. You should have the names of 9 different people on your sheet, divided into sets of 3 that share initials. Let's take a look at the answers I was looking for based on these descriptions. First one, we were looking at some SMs. Everybody loves a good S&M. We got Seth MacFarlane, Steve Martin, a wild and crazy guy, and Stephanie Meyer, the creator of Twilight. Number 3, sorry if I say Twilight and it sounds like toilet. It's just the way it comes out. We got Peter Dinklage, who drinks and knows things as his character Tyrion on Game of Thrones. We have Paula Deen, who loves butter, and Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live, who also dated Ariana Grande. There you go. And finally, boom, Norman Reedus plays Daryl Dixon on Walking Dead. Nancy Reagan was the Flotus during that time period, and Nicole Richie was known as Paris Hilton's best friend before. We don't really hear about them anymore, thankfully. Give yourself a point for each of those. And let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat what you got. So 9 out of 9s. 9 out of 9. We are doing well. Potato Skin's getting 11 out of 12 somehow. This is amazing. Unless that's your total score so far. I like that. let's get back to the front so that I can get you some more categories. You guys took care of writing down some categories as we were playing, so now I know exactly where we're going. I got my beer here, so I think we're doing a little better. Everybody, I'll be fine. I'll learn to relax a little bit. I think the caffeine just got to me. I'm going to be up till all hours of the night. It's a good thing we're taping Games Lounge after this, because now I'm going to have a lot of energy for it. Watch out, boys. Here I come. Make sure you do join us in the Games Lounge at 10 o'clock tonight. That's right, immediately after the show, we're going to play some more games, but we're going to play some board games. Oh, more games? Board games. Wow, that coffee hit hard. We've got your next game coming up. It is Same But Different. What you guys saying in the chat there? I ain't scared. I love it. Always label out. Always label out. All right, it's Same But Diff, everybody's favorite homonym category. This thing was supposed to be just a once in a while, but I love doing it. Did you guys see what I posted today? So I was researching about homonyms so that I could do this round, and I found a list of homonyms, and I started reading it, and I came across a really interesting one where it said in one column, it had one word, and then the other one, it said court, and then caught, as in I caught a fish, and court, like you'll have your day in court. And I'm like, how are those are not homonyms. Those do not sound the same. And then I realized it was a British sheet of homonyms. So if you say caught, going to court, and I caught him. Yeah, it could sound the same if you said it with a British. That was the worst British accent I've ever done. So anyway, that's my fun story about homonyms. In this case, I'm going to give you a sentence with blanks in them, and those blanks can be filled with homonyms, words that sound the same but mean different things, but fit within the context of the sentence. You all know how this works, but just in case it's your first time, I thought I would explain it. So give me, again, 2 homonyms that suit the context of this. The blank never leaked again once he was done blank the roof. Number 2. When she realized he was going to be blank, she blanked her eyes out for hours. And finally, number 3. Which homonyms fit in these blanks? It was a blank scene in the daycare where the rabid blank bear had ventured. I wrote it, I liked it, I kept it. All right, so let's deal with that. Let's move on to your answers for these homonyms. You'll be giving yourself 1 point for the pair. I can't bring myself to giving you a point each, considering they rhyme. At that point, it's just altering the spelling a little bit, and you have the other one. So let's take a look at these answers. The first one, the sentence went like this. The ceiling never leaked again once he was done sealing the roof. That's what it was, sealing and sealing. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. So this sentence wasn't written properly. It was supposed to say, you know, when she learned she was going to be bald, she bald her, like she was supposed to be sad because she was gonna lose all of her hair. Like she shouldn't be super sad that someone else was gonna be bald. Like that's a little shallow if you ask me. But anyway, bald and bald is what I was looking for. And last but not least, It was a grisly scene in the daycare where the rabid grizzly bear had ventured. I'm sure it would be. Ceiling, ceiling, bald, bald, grizzly, grizzly. And there you have it. We'll take as many points as we want. Yeah, you do that. It was a grisly scene. It would be. It would be awful. Hey, let me tell you a little bit about some of our sponsors, everybody. It's easy. We've only got 3 this week, but these guys are very, very dedicated to us. They're the ones who've stuck with us the longest. We got Littlefoot Foods. They're still there. They're still operating more and more, as a matter of fact. Check out their Facebook page for all of the details on everything that they're doing, but mostly they're still doing curbside pickup Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 3 p.m. You can get all their stuff, their signature pierogies, the cabbage rolls, stuffed peppers. So make sure you do check out their Facebook page, Littlefoot Foods, or littlefootfoods.com for all the details. And we're working on some giveaways and stuff with them as well. We got a few ideas of how we could do that with you folks. So get ready for that, and thank you, Littlefoot. Let's take a look at Quiz On. Quiz On, your next one. What are we quizzing? Quiz on sunshine. Ooh, how did I come up with 3 questions about sunshine somehow? Let's take a look at these 3 questions. With a decent rating on Rotten Tomatoes, the 2008 movie Sunshine stars Cillian Murphy and what MCU star? Number 2, in Canada, who would you find on the Sunshine list? And finally, quiz on sunshine number 3. What song contains the lyrics, "It's getting near dawn when lights close their tired eyes. I'll soon be with you, my love, to give you my dawn surprise." And there you go, 3 questions about sunshine. I gotta tell you, this category was way easier to write than it was to play. Let's take a look at your answers coming up right now on the screen. The first one we wanted to know, I was really surprised. I'm gonna have to see this movie. I had never heard about it before, but based on how popular it was and the reviews it got, I thought maybe some of you would know about the movie with Cillian Murphy and Chris Evans. That's right, another great Chris Evans movie, apparently. 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. That to me is pretty high. Number 2, we have got the Sunshine list. Public servants with salary above $100,000 is a nice general way of saying it. It's basically a list of people who need to be accountable who make over $100,000. It's not in all of Canada necessarily. It's mostly Ontario and Alberta, but I believe there are others as well. And the list concept exists, elsewhere in the world. I just went with something specific for the sake of the question. Number 3, The Sunshine of Your Love by Cream is the song that contains the lyrics you saw there. So, Chris Evans, anything you wrote down to the effect of public servants with salaries above $100,000 or Sunshine of Your Love, you give yourself a point for that and you're good. And we are back at the front with 4 categories left. After these 4 categories, a short break, and we are back with round 2. 10 more categories for you. Some stuff that is similar, some stuff that is very different, and of course some crowd favorites coming up. And the shot of the night, of course, hidden behind one of the categories in round 2. Let's keep moving right now with There You Go. There you go. I forgot about these rounds that I used to do, and I tried to go back and look at some old shows to think of some old games that we really enjoyed. This is one that I enjoy, and I think you guys get it as well, where I look up a popular line from that is in many, many movies, such as the line, there you go, that is in so many movies. It's very common. So I want what I'm going to do is show you 5 animated GIFs, and they're animated GIFs that I got from Cillian Murphy. Get it? They're not GIFs from Killian Murphy. I get it. We're going to have 5 animated GIFs here with the popular line, there you go. I want you to identify the movie for each picture. If you're ready, it goes like this. And there you go. If you're wondering why I chose that line, it's because I say it all the time. That is There You Go, your picture round, 5 movies. I have to say there were a lot of different movies I could have chosen for this round, and there's a lot of lines, but it seemed that all the movies were very specific or niche. Maybe that's the trick of having a niche movie. Just have the line, there you go, in it. Well, some of them were a little more popular. Let's take a look at those 5 movies that we have right here. First one was Treasure Planet, the animated Disney classic, which I heard is next in the remake-a-mania of Disney. I'd be open to seeing that. I think that would look really, really cool. Number 2, Avatar is what that was from. Number 3, the movie was Memento. That's right. It is a little bit of a flashback, a bit of a tougher scene, but if you know the movie, you totally would know that. Dude, Where's My Car? Other than seeing the 2 dudes in the actual GIF, the dog smoking weed is possibly a giveaway. And we have Us in the more recent movie collection. So give yourself a point for each of those movies and share in the score, of course. We'll see you at the front. Yeah, Scott, that's a great line. I love that. It's better every time you tell it. That's great. Look at these scores coming in. We get some 3s, some 4s. We get a couple of 2s, some more 5s. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Hey, everybody, coming up, we got combo number 1, followed by the Mondegreens, and we're finishing it off with Life on the Chain Gang. If I didn't know any better, I think you're saving the best for last. That's what I think. Am I right or am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? All right, let's take a look at your next one. Combo number one. This is a new game I tried, and the first time I tried it, I screwed it up not once, but twice. It's pretty good considering there were 3 questions in the entire thing. So, here's hoping, fingers crossed. This is a game I found on the internet a while ago, and I decided to adapt it. For each cryptic hint, I want you to give the popular food combo. How is it cryptic? Well, I will give you the first letter of the word, followed by the number of letters in that word. For each word, it's complicated, in a popular saying. In this case, we're talking about popular food combinations. For example, peanut butter and jam would be P6, B6, and J3, because peanut has 6 letters, butter has 6 letters, and jam has 3, and these are the letters, of course. Let's start. That's a really nice, easy one for you to get you understanding the game. Let's take a look. Peanut butter and jelly. Well, jelly would have been with 5. It depends on where you're from. I would tell you the difference between jelly and jam, but I don't know the kind of audience that's watching right now. Number 1, C7 and W7. Number 2, give the popular food combo that this refers to. C5, C5, and L3. Sorry, that second one should be C6. God darn it, Francois. C5, C6, and L3. I'll put myself on the camera so people know to pay attention. That was C5, C6, and L3. Because, of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't make a mistake. C5, C6, and L3. And finally, your last one. A5, P3, and V7, I3, C5. This one I'm sure of. You have no idea how disappointed I am. It just literally means that I can't count. That is all that means. That's all that means. Making a mistake in this game, can't count. Francois can't count a 6-letter word properly. Let's take a look at the answers, everybody. We were looking for these popular food combo. Now that I'm done beating myself up, we're back. The first one, chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles is the food combo there. Number 2, cream, cheese, and lox. Cheese, Francois. I think this is the one I screwed up last time, too. Why can't I remember that cheese has 6 letters? See me look at the word there before I said 6? Anyway, cream cheese and lox. And number 3, apple pie and vanilla ice cream. What a combo. Give yourself a point for each of these food combos that you were able to figure out. Boom. I love O3W2S4T5. Or, oh my god, we suck today. What a great comment. Hey, well, the games, they come from all over the place, and there's all sorts of topics. Stick around, of course. Don't get discouraged. We got round 2 coming up with 10 more categories, and round 2 always ends up being easier or better or harder. Wait, that's not convincing at all. Well, stick around anyway. There's all sorts of different games happening. Plus, we're having fun. So, listen, we got this tune on. Awesome. Let's get on to some mondegreens. This is a category that was sent to me as a suggestion, and I took a look around and saw what I had. I happen to have something for this. Mondegreen is a word for a misheard lyric. Misheard lyrics are kind of interesting, I have to say. What I'm going to do is give you the band and the misheard lyric. All you got to do is tell me the name of the actual song that I am referring to. So for each misheard lyric and band, give me the real song. Nirvana, Here We Are Now in Containers. Number 2, Duran Duran, I smell like a cow, I'm lost and I'm found. And finally, number 3, name the real song behind this misheard lyric. Rolling Stones, I'll never leave your pizza burnin'. And there you have it, everybody. That's your mondegreens category. A lot more where that came from, so expect this category to return. Unless, of course, y'all hated it, then, you know, maybe we'll just never do that again. Let's get over to the answers and see what I had and compare them to your answers. Number 1, Nirvana, Here We Are Now in Containers. No, it's Here We Are Now, Entertain Us, from Smells Like Teen Spirit. Number 2, I smell like a cow, I'm lost and I'm found, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you, Hungry Like the Wolf. That's the actual song right there. And finally, the last one, we had a category, I'll never leave your pizza, I'll never leave your pizza burning. No, it's Beast of Burden, that's right. And I just sang a Rolling Stone song like I was a country singer from Texas, so there's that as well. Give yourself a point for each of those, and we'll see you back at the front. I saw the people asking, Potato Skins, why did I cut my hair and beard? I'll tell you, the hair, I'm very glad I cut. The beard, I kind of regret hacking at it myself. Wish I could have kept it a little longer, but now it gives us something else to look forward to. Let's keep track of the progress on this thing and see where we can take it. Can we take it back to where it was? I think we can. Hopefully we're not still in isolation by then, though, because gosh, I don't know if I can make it. Woo! Well, speaking of don't know if you can make it, you made it almost halfway. We got one more game left here, then a short break, and then we're back for another round of Seriously Trivia. Stick around, and don't forget, it's Games Lounge at 10 as well. We're in it for the long haul. We got all sorts of cool games ready to go in Studio B. We're looking forward to seeing you there, of course, and all your witty comments. Let's get going to Life on la Chaîne Gang, as they say in French. They don't say that. Life on the Chain Gang is a puzzle type game where in each box I will give you 5 words. The 3 in the middle contain blanks, as in the example here. Now what you're going to have to do is find out those words by using each one with the next one to form a common expression or saying. For example, in the example here we've got run away, away team, team player, and player 1. We're gonna do that 3 times, and so you're gonna have to figure out 3 words in each box. 9 possible points going to your team if you can nail this category. Let's take a look at your first chain gang, starting right now. Thanks, Carrie, for the new example, love. This is actually an old example. Fooled you. Number 2, Life on the Chain Gang. And finally, Life on the Chain Gang 3. And there you have it. That is Life on the Chain Gang, the final game for this round of Seriously Trivia, after which we will be back with another 10 categories. Let's take a look at what you came up with for this game. 9 possible points if you were able to get every word. I'm doubting what that last one was. I was looking at it and I was trying to remember it, and it eludes me, so I'm curious. First one, master key, key point, point finger, fingernail. There we go. Number 2, we have got take back, backpack, pack rat, rat trap. Ooh, I was gonna really mess with you guys here and make the last word pack as well. So it'd be like backpack, pack rat, rat pack, you know. But I decided not to do that. I'm like, come on, you already push the limit all the time. Not this time. Last one, beer can. Yes, can drive around town. I was like, what's can dance? You know, can dance around. I don't know. I made this, I know. And how? I don't know. It's a blur when I make these things. I go into a trance, a trivia trance. Give yourself a point for the all caps word that you see here, and tell us what your point is. Your points are out of 9, such as Team Vader with 9 out of 9. So do the Nuts, Z, the Santons. That's a lot of 9s. Good job, everybody. The San Francisco Potato Skins with 6. The COVID Conman with 7. 8 for the Christ Punchers. My. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. The can. Well, there you have it, everybody. Look at that. Look at all those empty categories. Aww. Well, don't worry. We got more coming up right now. If you missed the beard, just look over to that side. Oh, sorry. What side is that? That side. Stupid mirror stuff. You missed when I look like that? Well, a little bit too. You know what the weirdest part is? Now that I'm reintegrating society, I was expecting people to, you know, maybe like notice me, like maybe I got famous or something from doing this online thing. But now no one can recognize me because I cut my hair and my beard, and I don't wear 3D glasses all the time. So, you know, got to change this whole marketing aspect of things. Yeah. All right, everybody, let's take a short break. We're going to be back in just a little bit with round number 2. 10 more categories, of course. It is now 8:53. I'm giving you 3 minutes because we've got to get to the Games Lounge after this. So 8:54, we'll be back at, well, not depending on where you are in the time zone, of course. It's 54. We'll be back at 57. And just before we get back, let's take a look at some of these scores. Some of these scores that we've got here in the chat. Looks like Christ Punchers with 39 out of 44 for the round. Very nice. So did the Naughty Hookers, 39 points. The COVID Conman picking up 41 out of 44 points. Sarah with 19 points. Great effort. I love it. What else? Some people got dance as well. Other people wrote dance on that last one, that last chain gang. We've got the nuts, the mixed nuts with 35, 26 going to the Sandins. We got 34 for Hot Mess, 40 for Let It Ride. The Hackers with 24, Sneaky Sneak with 24, Dream Warriors with 38. What did you call yourself? The Croutons? I think the Croutons. I'm gonna call you that anyway. The Croutons got 29, and there you have it. Welcome back, everybody. It is Seriously Trivia. If you're joining us during the break, thank you so much for being here. We've got there you go. Some Lavate las manos. Is here at 37 points. Very nice. We were just sharing the scores of the previous round. We've got round number 2 starting just about now. The way it's going to work, as it usually do, here's a quick recap. Get yourself a whiteboard or notepad in order to keep track of your answers. We're going to be playing 10 rounds of 3 questions in this round. You're welcome to shout out the category names in the chat in order to play them in whatever order you prefer. Whenever you pick a category, we will be all playing them, and there'll be 3 questions in them for 20 seconds each. Discreetly write down the answers on your boards or notepads, because immediately after I will reveal the answers. Once I reveal the answers, mark your own sheet or board, share your score in the chat, and keep a tally for the end of the game so that you can brag along with everybody else at how well or terrible you did, because both are acceptable. If you're ready, let's get going with round 2. Let's play, shan't we? Let's take a look at your categories here. I need to Former and Ladder is here. Of course it is. You're So Vain is back. We got Mystery Bus. It's all puzzles so far. That's My Kid. One Small Change. Loot Bag. Quiz On. Songs in the Key Of. Brad Libs. And Automanic. There you have it. Those are your categories. Guys, take a good look. Guys, girls, everybody. Take a good look. All right, it's gonna start with songs because AB knows what he's doing. He just jumps on it. We just jump on it. We got the Lloyds right here. We got the Lloyds. What do we got? What do we got? No songs, no key. We got Rebus Puzzles coming up. Then we got Vain. Then we got Kid. And then, yeah, you probably do. And then Brad Libs. Why did Brad Libs come so low on the list? We should probably bring Brad Libs higher up, if you get my drift. We should probably do that. Don't forget, behind one of these categories, I've hidden a shot. Yes, the shot of the night. You don't win anything except the chance to all do a shot together. Take a little bit of a breather, a little pause, and come together as a group, as a family, as a group of friends, you know, that celebrate things, whatever it happens to be. Let's get started with songs in the key of food. All right, these are all questions about songs that have food in the name. They do not have the exact word food in their name, by the way. They have some type of food in their name. I'll even go ahead, I'm sure I didn't do this, but I'll venture out and say food or drink. How about that? So answer questions about songs by artists with food or drink in the name. Number 1. Oh yes, The Distance, Never There, Long Time. These are 3 songs by what artists with food in the name? I forgot that I changed the format slightly. I'm going to give you 3 songs by a group with food in the name. Number 2, Dead Ringer for Love. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. I'd do anything for love. And finally, number 3. Shoot, what a man, and none of your business. And there you have it. That's songs in the key of food. For each trio of songs, you had to identify the band or artist that had food in its name. Let's see if you were able to do that with these 3 answers. Match them up and get a point for each. Number 1, they're all songs by Cake. That's right, the band Cake. Number 2, they're all by Meatloaf. Different type of cake. Different type. 2 loaves, very different though. You do not treat them equally. Last but not least, we had Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper, which led to the Salt and Pepper that I posted today on Facebook as well, which I thought was hilarious. Give yourself a point for each of those, and let me know exactly how much you got in the chat. Some nice scores over here. We got a lot of 2s and 3s for all of these bands, and that's great for you guys. Now, somebody in the chat was being a little bit of a Weisenheimer and wrote down Lloyds. There are no Lloyds. There are no Lloyds this round. I see what you were doing there. As your punishment, we will now do Brad Libs. Because Brad Libs, it's your shot of the night. Go figure. Wow, how about that? Listen, I know I cheated it a little bit. I might have forced it a bit. But here's the thing. Last week, we had to do the shot of the night last. It was the last category picked. I've not yet solved that problem, but I've resolved it for now. Hey everybody, it's the shot of the night. This is the part of the night where we all come together in an act of conviviality to do a shot together. Whether it's wheatgrass, whiskey, or water, you're welcome to join us into the act of doing a shot, just like we're all sitting together in the same room. My shot is right here. I've got it in my lucky glass. There you have it. This one goes out to Sarah Royer for always being here and in the Games Lounge. We'll see you later. Cheers. This one goes to you. That is some yummy stuff. No cough. Here comes Brad Libs, baby. Oh, Sam Jackson edition. All right, give me a tight. All right. Okay, fine. That is a way big delay. I'll still count it. This is how Brad Libs is going to work. I want you to fill in the blanks in the sentence with a deconstructed Sam Jackson movie this time. This is Brad Libs Samuel L. Jackson edition. The example here uses a Brad Pitt movie because it is the original game. Soldiers go to blank with blank guns. Soldiers go to war with machine guns. War machine. In the next sentences, you can deconstruct a Samuel L. Jackson movie or a movie that he's been in by using each word in order to fill in the blanks of the sentence, and it'll make sense. If you're ready, we've got 3 Sam Jackson Brad Libs coming up right now. After spending months in the mosquito-filled blank, he was afraid he'd get dengue blank. Number 2. When it comes to chores, it's very sexist to think that a blank should not be used by a blank. And number 3. It wouldn't be blank until the couple shared a blank, but for now, he said blank. And there you have it. Fun fact. Sam Jackson tops the list of most money made by the movies that he's been in, because he's been in so many movies. And not the money he's made, the money the movies he's been in and have made. If you total all those up, he's right there at the top because he's been in so many things. Let's see if you were able to think of the 3 movies that I was thinking about, from the easy and obvious to the a little more cryptic. It goes like this. Number 1, Jungle Fever. After being in the mosquito-ridden jungle, he thought he would get dengue fever. Number 2, we had Iron Man. It's very sexist to think that an iron can't be used by a man. And I don't know if anybody actually thinks that. I just wrote it as a sentence. And number 3, it wouldn't be long before the couple shared a kiss, but for now he said goodnight. What a polite young man. There you go. Give yourself a point for Jungle Fever, Iron Man, and the long kiss goodnight. I just couldn't shoehorn the in there. Oh, Potato Skins, I'm sorry that didn't go well. It is a bit of a niche game, but now that you understand exactly how it works, hopefully next time you'll look forward to it as everybody else seems to. Next up, we're going up for a little bit of a mystery bus, or Mr. Rebus. These are Rebus puzzles. They're visual representations of common expressions or sayings. For example, here we've got 2 of the word late before the word it's. So we have before it's too late. Before it's too late. You're gonna have to do that on the next 3 boxes. Let's take a look at these Rebus puzzles. Number 1. And number 2 in your Rebus puzzles. And number 3, my favorite one. And there you have it. That is Mystery Bus, or Mr. Rebus. At least there haven't been any flute songs. You mean, unfortunately, there haven't been any flute songs tonight. Hey, guess what? I still got him. So don't you be tempting fate there, Potato Skins. I could come right back with it. Oh yeah, coming live from Mack Flash Studios. It's all flute noise from now on. Let's take a look at the answers for these Rebus puzzles that I think were pretty choice, if you asked me. Nothing in common. One of those was not an O, it was a 0 right in the middle of common. So nothing in common. Pretty sweet. Next one, we had act on purpose. Pretty simple, but there it was. And my last one, maybe not complicated, but stylistically really cool. It is going through the motions. Going was going through the motions. Give yourself a point for each of those. Now we'll see you back at the front for more. Coming up next on the game on my list here, I've got You're So Vain. I had to look it up, and I hate to tell you this because I'll be giving away my sources, but you can follow the old Bumper Stumpers Canadian game show. Somebody has revived it as an Instagram account, and they post basically videos and the best moments and some of the very risque vanity plates that you would see on that show. I saw some pretty interesting ones on there today. Anyway, look up Bumper Stumpers on Instagram if you want to be really good at this game. This is the same idea where I'm going to give you some vanity plates and who may have driven that car, and you tell me what that vanity plate is supposed to say. If you're ready, there's 3 and it starts with number 1 right here. Number 2, can you decipher this vanity license plate belonging to Dr. Sue? There you have it. That's You're So Vain, your 3 license plates that you had to decipher, and we gave you a bit of a hint as to who should be driving that car. Let's take a look at your answers. I don't think it was a very difficult round, but you know, what do I know? I'm on this end. Number 1, it's a new car for Pa. Pa! Hey, Pa, we got you a new car! Yeah. Number 2, The Birds and the Bees, Dr. Sue. That's right, Dr. Sue. We were just talking about how much we've learned from Dr. Sue as teenage boys growing up, and them putting that stuff on rock radio stations on Sunday nights. And there was another one. There were 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Yeah, you learn a lot. Go figure, it worked. And the force be with you. The force be with you. That's what the convention here would say. if he had a weird accent for some reason. There you go. New car for Pa, Birds and Bees, and the Force be with you. Give yourself a point for each of those. You know what I haven't done? I haven't talked about our sponsors in a while. And I have to give a big thanks to our title sponsor this week. And they've been our title sponsor for the last 2 weeks, and I really do appreciate it. They have 6 locations all across Windsor, Essex County, and Chatham, and they're all about crafting the freshest, perfectly cooked pizza. A buddy of mine the other day said, "Yo, I hear 360 is your I hear they're your sponsor." And I was like, yeah, I haven't had a chance to get out there. Are they good? He's like, "Oh my God, yes, they're really, really good." And I was like, okay, all right, cool. So you can try, they have, of course, their signature pies. You can design your own. They even have paninis and stuff. So make sure you check them out for takeout, delivery, and patio dining on Facebook, or order online at oven360.com. Thank you very much, everyone. Next up, I've got That's My Kid. That's My Kid. And after that, you're right, we are looking for some stuff. So we're gonna have to go through. I'm gonna go through the chat after this, and I'll write down your suggestions because I see you guys are writing them down. Also, some people are angry at the fours. The fours be with you, and definitely valid. Definitely duh. Fours, 2 4s, right? So there's not just 1 4, not the 4 be with you. So there you go. Let's take a look at That's My Kid. This was more limiting than I thought. This is one of those categories where the answer is going to contain the letter combination KID somewhere in the word. Not the letters KIND. No. The letter combination KID somewhere at the beginning, middle, or end of the word. Not a lot of words if you don't want to refer to kids. Number 1, decommercialized name for a snowmobile. Don't look at the way I spelled that first word. That doesn't, decommercialized? You took it out of Comerica Park, took right out of there, unbrainwashed it. It was good. Decommercialized name for a snowmobile. Contains KID. Number 2. Japanese martial art, similar to judo, practiced by Steven Seagal. And finally, last name of the bride in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill movies. Movies? There's a question mark there. Movies? And there you go. It looks like we've got the entire neighborhood around the hackers joining around. It's going to become a whole thing. If you live in that neighborhood, head on down every Friday at 8 o'clock to the hackers' yard. I'm sure they got enough space for social distancing, and you can all join into Seriously Trivia. It's going to become the hub of trivia right there. Let's take a look at the answers for That's My Kid. All of these answers contain the letters KID somewhere in them. We've got Skidoo, 22 Skidoo. There it is. We have got Aikido, Aikido being the martial art. And number 3, Kiddo. Beatrix Kiddo is the rarely known name of the bride, Uma Thurman, in the Kill Bill movies. Boom. There you have it. Point for each of those. Rare, the words that have kid in them, unless it's kidnapping or skidding. I forgot to go through the chat and get your next category, but I'm pretty sure you guys wanted to see something having to do with loot bag. There it is. I knew it. I knew I saw loot bag. We'll do that one, and then we'll move on. Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone watching, everyone participating, everyone chatting in the chat. That's really nice. And just remember, we're always meeting some new people. There's always some people who might not know exactly how things work, and everyone is very unique in their own way. So I do appreciate the respect that you guys all show in the chat, is what I was trying to say. Thank you so much, and let's move on to your next category. It's loot bag. Loot bag, a whole category about guitars. Sorry, I dropped my pen. 3 questions about guitars coming at you right now, and it goes like this. Who is the only person to be included in both the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the National Inventors Hall of Fame? Number 2, about guitars. Used by many guitarists, what is the plectrum more commonly known as in North American English? And finally, number 3, in questions about guitars. In general, what is the main difference between the acoustic and electric guitar body? Blank versus blank. And that's loot bag for you. 3 questions about guitars. Hopefully you had a guitar playing hippie on your team. That's right. Those are the best kind of people to have around. That's right. We have Les Paul, part of the dude who should have looked like a hippie and yet did not, but did innovate a lot and played a mean guitar. Number 2, the plectrum, or the guitar pick. Go figure. That has a name. More than pick. And hollow versus solid body is the main, more common difference between acoustic and electric guitars. Give yourself a point for each of those 3 answers. Let's see what we've got in the chat. Four categories left in this round of Seriously Trivia right here on YouTube. Don't forget to join Mack Flash Trivia live on Monday and Wednesday at 7 for a different, more traditional, although less traditional than usual, take on pub trivia for your enjoyment. And of course, all of our quickies remain available on our channel all the time, so you may want to subscribe so you're always aware of what's going up on there. We just released a really cool Alfred Hitchcock one that you should check out if that's something that you enjoy, especially being a fan of Mack Flash. You probably like movies. We got Former in the Ladder coming up right now, and Former in the Ladder is another puzzle type of round, but it's also a trivia type round. What I'm going to do is give you 3 hints, the answers to which are 1 letter off from each other. So in each box, 3 hints, 3 points. For example, here if I said protective building, you'd say a fort. A stinky gas is a fart, 1 letter off from that. And then at the grocery store, you could deduce that I am talking about a cart. Let's take a look at the 3 Former and Ladder that I've got coming your way right now, and I'll let you know exactly what's going on. If it's I'm not exactly sure. 4 or 5 letters. I'm pretty sure this is a 4. Yeah, that's right. 4-letter word: flying toy, bloodsucker, and swampy boggy ground. Number 2, skin holes, photo placement, drug dispensing. 4-letter word. And finally, for former and the latter, 3 answers that are 1 letter off from each other. Feeling of self-worth, not the groom, salty meat bath, 5-letter word. There you go, a few extra seconds and some silence to figure out that last round. Former and the latter, 9 possible points if you could figure out the answers to each of these hints. It goes like this in the answer form: kite, a flying toy; a mite, a bloodsucker; and mire, a boggy or swampy area. Ooh, that should have been third. Francois, come on. You know, why didn't you tell me this? Huh? You know, but this is your job. You're the producer. You know how this goes, producer. Pour, a skin hole. Skin hole. I cleaned out all my skin holes. To pose. To photography, and then dose, a dose, pharmaceuticals. There you go. Number 3, pride, self-worth. Not the groom is the bride, and a salty meat bath. Brine. Give yourself a point for each of these words, and let's take a look at what you got. Give yourself a point for each of the words you got correct. This round is out of 9 points. 9 points. So if you only got kite, let's say, and you got pose and dose, and then you got pride and bride, that's 5 points. So give yourself a point for each word you got correct. 3 categories are left, so I'm going to take this time right now as you're doing the hard math to remind you that Burger 67 in Amherstburg is one of our sponsors this week. Amazing burgers, great craft beer, and now there's Amherstburg Open Air Weekends, which is an idea I have been touting since I got back from New Orleans a few years ago, and I said, this is what we need to do in Amherstburg. We need to shut down the streets Friday at 6, and then keep them closed until Sunday, and then have all the patios and have some street drinking going on. And no one listened to me. Everybody thought I was ridiculous. They thought, Francois, no one's ever going to do that. Oh, really? How about a little pandemic to get you motivated? Okay, maybe that was the worst motivation ever, but there it is. So make sure you do come back and come to Amherstburg. Come and check us out. And while you're here, check out Burger 67, possibly the best collection of burgers I've ever seen. Plus, they taste amazing, and the sides are to die for. Plus, it's a really cool space. Really a lot of fun. So come on down. Give me a call when you come, because maybe I'll come and join you on that patio, and we'll see you there. Thank you, Burger 67, for helping us out this week. Let's keep going, guys. I have nothing. You guys gave me nothing. One small change. Quiz on. Automatic. Thank you very much. There you go. Price punchers. Automatic. Everything is all right. Everything is automatic. I want you to name the badass drivers of these badass cars. That's right. So it could have been, I could have gone all the way with this. I could have said name the movie. But then, what if it's a franchise? And then I could have said name the car. Well, they don't all have names per se. So I want you to tell me who drives these 5 cars. All right? Jeez Louise. It's the caffeine. I tell you guys, I'm pumped. Name the badass drivers of these badass cars. Starting with number 1. There's 5 of them coming up right now. No, Andrew, I can't say that name. You know this. I will try. When the answer comes up, Mike, I will definitely, from memory as well. I'll do it from memory. Well, you know how I like to give you some backstage or behind the scenes information about the show. This is the last category I wrote tonight, and I'll credit my wife for saying, I was like, I need one more picture round. She's like, I don't know, flowers, cars, drinks. And I was like, not doing flowers. Cars is good. I'll do that. And so there you go. And a pretty good one, if I do say so myself. Let's take a look at the answers. We were looking for the badass drivers of these badass cars. First one, it is Mad Max Rocketansky. Oh, didn't even look it up. I know you can see me. Maybe behind the screen, he was looking at his phone. No. I went from memory. Number 2, James Bond drove that car. That's right, you can imagine it as well, without wheels and with 2 little wings sticking out the side. Number 3, that was Bullet's car. That's right, that was a car for Bullet. Trying to throw some classics in there as well. We had Batman or Bruce Wayne. I'll accept both, although I doubt Bruce Wayne drove it himself. He probably just drove it as Batman. And finally, that was the Blues Brothers car. Possibly a replica, but the best one I could find online. Give yourself a point for each of these badass drivers. And I get points tonight. So Mike just gave me a point for being able to pronounce Mad Max's last name. So yay for me. I believe the Mad Max car as well might have been a replica, but the pictures of that were way better than the pictures I was able to find from the actual film. So thank you for understanding. Again, don't forget to follow us after this game at 10 p.m. for the Games Lounge, where the Mack Flash team gets together. We all come forth with a random deck of cards from a board game that we found, and we all play. We all take turns hosting one card from that game. I promise you, I did not bring Balderdash this week. I will let somebody else monopolize the entirety of the game, whoever that may be. But do make sure you join us, and if you're doubtful, check out some previous episodes. We left them up on the channel for you as well. All right, coming up, it's Quiz On, then it's One Small Change. I couldn't think of a better way to do it. Let's quiz on wagons. Yeah, Thank you, random word generator. I hit that button and boom, the first thing, wagons. I was like, I can do this. I can write 3 questions about wagons. Can you answer them? That's the real question. What is the name for a person who builds or repairs wagons? Number 2, quiz on wagons. I got a wheel-wed wagon. What Chicago, Illinois company is famous for its popular red toy wagon? I got a wheel-wed wagon. Oh man, that's such a good movie. And finally, last question about wagons. What expression based on a defensive tactic by American settlers means to prepare to defend yourself against criticism? Wagons. Can you believe it? I know. I was able to write 3 decent questions about wagons. I actually learned something on that last question, which, well, I'll tell you about it after. Let's take a look at the answers that I was looking for regarding wagons. You may have heard this name as a person's name, just kind of like Baker or Cooper. We've got Wainwright. That's right. Wainwright makes wagons. A wagon used to be known as a wain, so the names were interchangeable. So a Wainwright. Fun fact. We've got Radio Flyer. Radio Flyer coming in at number 2, and quite a storied, I was going to say storied history, but that's why I'm not a writer. Read up their Wikipedia page. Fun fact on how they came to be. And last but not least, circling the wagons. I used to think circling the wagons was an offensive technique, but it turns out it's a defensive technique. When they were being attacked, they would put all of the women and children and important things in the middle and then start circling the wagons around it to keep it defended, and then they would shoot out by leaving spaces in the circle where they could actually shoot and look and see what was going on. That's called circling the wagons. Fun fact. Give yourself a point for each of those, and let's get back to the front. I believe we got one category left. As a matter of fact, I can't give you cart right because a cart and a wagon are quite different. A wagon has 4 wheels and a cart has 2 wheels. I'm not being pretentious. I read all of this today and couldn't stop reading about wagons. So that is the distinction between a cart and a wagon, apparently, is the 2 versus the 4 wheels. Don't blame me. It's what I read on the internet. The internet's always right, everybody. One small change, your final game for tonight. This is a game we played a few weeks ago. I think you guys enjoyed it, so I brought it back. What I want you to do is, in the letter, I've given you one blank. That blank can be filled with one of the other words in the sentence by changing one letter in it. For example, here, Dr. Seuss loved to have roast beast with his Christmas feast, or for his Christmas feast. So we took feast, changed the F to a B, and it fits right there in the context of the sentence. Let's take a look at your 3 sentences coming up for one small change. Starting with number, sorry, I just read the sentence. Cartwright, what is this? Bonanza trivia now? I think that's really funny. All right, let's take a look. When she burnt her calves, the doctor recommended a bunch of blank for her skin. Number 2. It looks like a friendly bird, but the blank will pinch you with its beak. And finally, pick one of the words in the following sentence, change one letter, and fill in the blank with that in order to fit the context. It was rude and impolite, the way the best man used his toast to blank about his sexual prowess. And there you have it. That is one small change. All you had to do was change one letter of one word in the sentence in order to create a new word that fit the context of the sentence and fill in that blank. God, I gotta find a new way to explain that. Whew. Let's take a look at your first one. We were looking for the word salves. Salves from calves. Salves. That's a hard word to say. For her burns, of course. We had finch. The finch will pinch you with its beak. I don't know if it looks friendly, but I assume all birds look mean, so maybe this one looks nicer. Who knows? Number 3. Boast from toast. That would be very awkward if your best man just decided to boast about his sexual prowess during his best man toast. Ugh, that'd be terrible. Give yourself a point for each of those that you were able to get. We just wanted you to write salves, finch, and boast on that. And give me your final tally. It is the end of the round, the end of the game. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Thank you so much for being here. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I love watching your scores come through here. You know, it's always a fun time on Mack Flash, so make sure you do hit that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed yet, you know, I'm not saying you're missing out, but you might be. There might be a quiz that went by and you never even knew that it was happening, and boom, there it is. You know, so make sure you do that. Make sure you like this show so that other people see that it's an enjoyable experience. And please hang in there. In 15 minutes we'll be live in the Games Lounge. If you want to join us there, it's quite easy. You just exit out of this game and stay on the Mack Flash channel, and you should be able to find the link right there to the Games Lounge episode 8 happening in 15 minutes, where me and the Mack Flash crew will be playing a variety of board games with each other and with you as well. I'm getting you the link right now if I look distracted and sound like I'm just babbling on. And there it is. So please come and play the games with us. My name is Francois. This has been Seriously Trivia. I love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.